Types of combustion. Children, in the next slides, you are seeing types of combustion peaks. The first peak, that is of rapid combustion, and here the gas burner, it is turned on and the flame you can see. Second is of spontaneous combustion, in which the substance catch fire itself without being ignited. And third peak is of explosion. Firecrackers, when they explode, produces heat light as well as a loud sound. Types of combustion. There are three main types of combustion, and their names are rapid combustion, spontaneous combustion, and explosion. Come to the first type, rapid. Rapid means very fast. This is a combustion in which a substance burns rapidly and produces heat and light with the help of external heat. With the help of external heat means we have to ignite it by using some lighter or matchbox, matchstick, matchbox, etc. For example, burning of LPG. For burning of LPG, you have to ignite it with the help of lighter or matchstick. Now, second type of combustion is spontaneous combustion. Spontaneous combustion is a combustion in which a substance burns spontaneously, means by itself, and produces heat and light without the help of external heat. Here we don't need to ignite it. The substance burns itself without the help of any external heat. For example, phosphorus. Phosphorus burns spontaneously at room temperature. When we keep phosphorus at room temperature, then it starts burning itself. Third type of combustion is explosion. This is a combustion in which a substance burns suddenly and produces heat, light, and sound with the help of heat or pressure. Here also we have to ignite it. And for example, explosion of crackers on applying heat or pressure. When we play with crackers in Diwali, then we have to see that they produce heat, light, and sound when heat is ignited to them. For the burning of cracker, we have to supply heat from the external source. Now, topic is air is necessary for burning. Children, look at the pic and try to understand the activity. First of all, fix a lighted candle on a table. Now put a glass chimney over the table and rest this glass chimney on a few wooden blocks as shown in the pic A. Okay, so that the air can enter the chimney from below, and observe what happens to the flame. Now remove the blocks and let the chimney rest on the table, and again observe the flame. And then put a glass plate over the chimney and observe the flame again. Now what we observe in the three setup. In the first A setup, we observe the flame, this will continue to burn. In B setup, we observe the candle will extinguish. And C also, the candle is extinguished, because in the A setup, air is entering into the chimney, so the candle flame to this continue to burn. Candle continue to burn to produce the flame. But in the B and the C setup, air is not entering into the chimney, so candle this extinguish. This proves air is necessary for combustion to take place or for burning to take place.